Hey everybody, welcome back from your break. I was checking the social feed during the break and I noticed that we're giving out 3 Musketeers. Just for the record, I did not get a 3 Musketeers, so save one for me. I'm so excited to tell you about everything that's new. Welcome back. So as I was saying before the break, we had an amazing Grace Hopper celebration of women in computing last year, and we launched these 10 APIs. I'm very proud. We talked about some of the selling APIs before the break, but I'll go back through them. So 5 selling APIs, account, inventory, fulfillment, marketing, and analytics. As I said, the account API enables sellers to manage their account settings, and the inventory API enables retail standard listings. We think that this is a much easier way for small and medium sellers to onboard and sync their inventory to eBay. And then we have the fulfillment API, and that's all about orders, managing orders, shipping status. You heard Hal in his keynote talk a lot about the marketing API. The selling marketing API has 2 major features: promotions manager via API and managing promoted listings. And more about that later from me. And then we have finally the analytics API for sellers. Now this API allows sellers to understand the sales funnel for their stores, so traffic and selling in their stores. And then in October, our new unique capability that we launched, of course, is the ability to buy via API exclusively in partner experiences. This is a really big deal, and we think it is unique in the industry. To facilitate buying exclusively in partner experiences, we released 5 APIs. The first one is the item feed. The item feed provides a tab-separated feed of listings that we curate that are all buy it now from top-rated sellers that we think are especially suited for buying in partner experiences. Then we provide a RESTful search API that allows you to search items to share with your partners. And the third API is item. So this one gives you all the details about a listing that you can share in your partner experience. You can think of this like our own view item page. Everything you need to show to your users when you're creating your new buying experiences. And then the final 2 APIs are the money APIs, doing the transaction in the checkout API, and then doing simple post order in the order API, getting the transaction ID for your user, getting the status of the order, and providing shipping. So it's very exciting, and we have some early adopters of the Buy API in the crowd today. After this, there'll be a panel, actually, so you can listen to lessons learned from the front lines of people who are now doing transactions, eBay transactions exclusively in partner experiences. So this was the state of the art last October. We're very excited and proud for what we launched. But as you know, commerce is changing. Today, consumers and sellers can buy and sell whatever they want from practically anywhere and any time. This is distributed commerce. And commerce is really changing from a thing that you go to something that comes to you wherever you are. And this is what we're trying to facilitate through these Buy APIs. We're helping you get ready for distributed commerce by allowing you to scale your business through our APIs for buying and for selling. So let's talk about the impact of these APIs. So this data is from the first quarter of the year. In the first quarter, using the new and the traditional trading API, developers like you created more than 800 million listings via API. That's incredible, right? And using the sell APIs, you managed about 4 times that number of listings cumulative over the quarter. That's an awful lot of listing volume, especially considering that our marketplace has 1.1 billion listings on it at any given time. So collectively, via the sell APIs, $4.2 billion of GMV, that's gross merchandise volume, in just 1 quarter. That's about $19 billion of GMV annually. That's huge. Your scale as developers is enormous on eBay. And the trading API, calling volume just for managing those listings, about 46 billion hits over Q1 to our services. So nobody can match our scale. And the buying APIs They are off to a roaring start. I'm so excited. Launched just 6 months ago, 9 months ago in October 2016. This data is the last quarter of 2016 and the first quarter of 2017. We've done over 250,000 of transactions via the Buy APIs. It's astounding. We really are. It's a hit. It's off to a roaring start. These buyers, folks are buying globally in the US, in Latin America, in the Caribbean, and that's resulted in about $17 million of purchase volume on eBay. Purchase volume through eBay, through API, but in partner experiences. That is distributed commerce, and we are so excited that this capability is available to you. And I would like to say that anecdotally, we've seen through the usage of the Buy APIs that the average spend per item when consumers are buying via API is significantly higher than it is on the eBay site. So there's tremendous value here. And remember, if you're an eBay affiliate, you can use these APIs and then make an affiliate commission on transactions that you're driving for eBay. So I see this as the future of an affiliate program, moving from driving traffic to eBay to driving transactions to eBay, keeping your users in your partner experiences while still driving transaction volume. It's a very proud moment for us. This is, the Buy APIs are a big hit. Since we launched the new generation of APIs, we have been hard at work. You know, third-party developers really are a priority for eBay. You know, we gave you, last fall, I said we gave you a down payment or promise by releasing this new generation of APIs. And we're demonstrating our commitment today to you by continuing to release features. So today, I am delighted to announce major new capabilities to the developer program and to our public API. Are you ready? Are you excited? We're going to launch a lot of new stuff right now. I'm thrilled, and I'm thrilled. I love this program. I hope my passion for developers for eBay is coming through. First of all, we are going global. And we're going global in more ways than one, starting with this event. You are at the marquee eBay Connect. And after we conclude this San Jose event, we are going to Israel and London and New York City and Japan and China and Australia. We're going all over the world with 6 other events, going to where our developer communities live, talking about the new generation of APIs. And we're going globally in our capabilities. You will hear as speakers come up for selling and buying in the next 2 days that many of the new generation of APIs that we launched US only last October, we're adding in new eBay marketplaces. We are truly becoming a global generation of APIs and a truly global marketplace. Now I want to tell you about 3 new capabilities in our selling APIs that we're launching today. We talked about the inventory API. This is the retail standard API that helps you sync small and medium business retail systems to eBay. We view retail standard selling based in structured data using a product catalog as eBay's evolution of selling. And today, we are announcing in the inventory API a migration tool so you can help your sellers move from transient listing model over to this retail standard model. It's available today, part of the API. It's on the developer portal right now. You can go check it out. The next thing that we're announcing, in the marketing API for sellers, we have a promotions manager capability. This allows sellers to create store promotions. You also heard Hal talking about this during the business segment. Today, we are announcing that we are adding inventory rules into promotions manager. So we provide you via API, you can do things like saying, at this category of my inventory, I would like to be 25% off. Or for this manufacturer, I'd like it to be, you get $5 off. So we're adding inventory rules into the capabilities of the Promotions Manager API. And I'm very excited to tell you, in the marketing API, in addition to the capability of managing promotions, we're providing you with a reporting API. So you can now, for your sellers, provide detailed reporting of the effectiveness of their marketing campaigns on eBay in API in your selling tools. It's very exciting. And then also, for promoted listings, a very important and very successful part of the new API, we are providing the same reporting capability. So for the tools that you're creating to manage promoted listings for your sellers, you can now show them reports about their effectiveness right in your tools. These are both asynchronous, awesome, modern, RESTful APIs that are easy to code to. Hal was saying, when Hal was on stage, he was saying, oh, Gail, there's something about all the APIs are kind of the same. We worked really hard to create a consistent set of APIs. And the reason why we're doing that is to make it easier for you, because we're continually releasing new capabilities. If the metaphors are all the same and the data structures look the same, then it's easier for you to adopt them. So I'm super excited about the reporting APIs, and we have a session tomorrow that will show you how to use these APIs in great detail. Now I'm going to show you some things that are new in the buy APIs. First, in browse. Remember, the buy APIs start with a feed. The browse API, you can search, and then you get details of an item. And then the order API lets you do the checkout. Inside the browse, so those of you who've integrated with the buy API, we thank you for your feedback, and we have heard you. And now we are providing much greater capabilities for searching and filtering eBay inventory. So now you can search by product ID, by GTIN. When we provide you search results, and we're providing you with structured data to make it easier for you to map the listings that come back into the buy API to catalogs that you keep. In addition, in search, you may be familiar with the traditional search API that has a ton of aspects and filters. It's very, very, very advanced. And I know that we do not have all those search capabilities in the new APIs. But today, we are releasing an awful lot more of them, the most popular search filters that you've been asking us. In the new search API, you can filter by free shipping. You can filter by condition and item location. You can filter by local pickup and sellers. And the reason why we're providing this in the new API is because we want to set you free to innovate, to create awesome buying experiences on eBay. In addition, we're announcing search refinements for item aspects, for category, for format, and condition. So we're giving you this toolkit for creating buying experiences on eBay. And we're very proud today to announce a marketing API for buyers. This is a critical part of your toolkit. To date, the buying APIs have been pretty organic in nature. Here's a feed of things that eBay thinks are great for promoting in partner experiences. Here are search and get item capabilities for you to display a buy funnel in your experience. But now we have a buy marketing API because we want to take the depth, the intelligence, and the personalization of marketing on eBay's site and give it to you. So first out of the gate, the first capability that's launching today is the ability to provide popular listings by category. So now you can create buying experiences that promote the most popular items on eBay. And we love the concept of a marketing API, so you can expect in the future that all of the rich marketing that we have on the eBay platform, like complementary items or similar items or bundles, built on our gigantic data sets and our huge AI engine, we will make available to you via this API, so you can create these rich buying experiences. This is very exciting. And then, the new APIs are about 9 months old, and we have a buying API, and we have a selling API. But what I see, as I get really deeply into these APIs, I'm starting to see buying and selling start to blur and merge a little bit. So we decided to create a third family of public APIs called the Commerce APIs. So it's a brand new family of APIs. It sits peer with buying and selling in the developer program. First capability out of the gate right now is catalog taxonomy. So what does that mean? The selling application of this is you can get the category hierarchy for all of the eBay marketplaces, and then we're providing you with an API for suggesting categories to sellers as they're onboarding their listings. And then on the buy side, we're providing the category taxonomy in a buying context helps you provide experiences to your users, your buyers, that helps them discover new products, because you can embed eBay categories into your experience. So now we have eBay categories in a RESTful modern API. We have popular items. I've told you that we're committed to buy-side marketing in the public API, so you can take advantage of eBay's machine learning in our marketing. And then I have a couple more surprises. First, the developer portal. That's a picture of me from last year. We've been hard at work at a major UI revamp. So I know I told you to close your laptops, but after we're done for the day, open them up and take a look, because it's totally different now. It's beautiful, it's modern, it's on brand. It's wonderful. So today the portal is new. Over the next couple of weeks, we are revamping all of our API documentation. You will see this rolling out in stages. It's a modern, clean look and feel. It's easier to browse. It's easier to find what you're looking for. And then, for members of the developer program, it might have been a little obtuse for you to figure out, how are you progressing towards your rate limits? How do I know when I'm approaching my rate limit? What do I do when I hit my rate limit? You know, by default, you get 5,000 calls to each API per day. So now, on the developer portal live today, when you're logged in, you can you can view your API usage report. So now for all the APIs you're using, we will tell you exactly your progress to your limit. You can take a look at your usage over time. And we hope that gives you transparency about how you're progressing to your rate limits, and give you some guidance and call to action about what to do and when is it time for you to increase your rate limits. So I have one more wonderful thing to share, and that is we have adopted the Open API standard. Who's heard of Open API? Anybody? It's a specification. It's a document. It describes a RESTful web interface. And today, we are launching Open API specifications for the Browse API and the Buy-Side Marketing API. And over the next couple of weeks, we'll be rolling them out for all the rest of the APIs. Open API, it was previously called Swagger. We love Open API because it allows, you all, actually, if you think about it, you all have written the same boilerplate client code for all of the new public APIs, translating our API requests and responses into data structures that you're using. Now with Open API, you can simply generate your client code. For 40 different programming languages, you can take our Open API specs, as they call them. You can generate client code, and you can spend your developer time creating incredible, innovative experiences on eBay, rather than writing your infrastructure code. So I think this has a huge win for developers, especially if you're new to adopting our APIs. I mean, you literally just download the file, use the Swagger tools to generate client classes. If you're, and in 40 different programming languages, you are off to the races with the new APIs. Today, these are available on the developer site in the release notes. You can find the link for the Browse and the Buy APIs in the release notes. And as we roll out the new API documentation, you will see a much more prominent placement. Where you find the documentation for an API, you will find the link to the Open API spec. So very excited to provide the ability to generate client code for the APIs. Our aspiration is to be the world's most powerful commerce platform. We also aspire to be API first. And I think the way that we do that is with you, right? As we've built the new generation of APIs, we've had developers with us every step of the way. Every single new eBay public API is built with a developer partner coming with us, giving us feedback on the interface, helping us understand how it matches your use cases as a developer, and then with that developer as a launch partner. So we're still building tons of new APIs that I'll talk about the next time we have this event. And so what I invite you today is come and join us as a launch partner. Share your feedback. There's plenty of people from eBay here in the back of the room, and after we close for today and have cocktails, give us your feedback. I really want you in the room for this generation of public APIs. When they're built with you in mind, then we know that we are providing just the functionality that our ecosystem wants. We are super proud to have you with us. So here's, with the announcements today, this is the breadth of the new eBay public API. We have 6 APIs for selling. Many of those are available in more markets in eBay than were available before. We have 5 buy APIs with additional marketing capabilities. And then we have this brand new third category of API called commerce that we have big plans for. So you've seen new capabilities, support in more marketplaces, and a real call to action for you to build incredible experiences, not only for selling, which you might traditionally associate with eBay, but also for buying. I'm trying to set you free to build something incredible for your users, whether they're sellers or buyers. And I can't wait to see what you bring to us. So here's what I would like you to do. Back to learn, share, innovate. I really want you to try out this new technology, especially the things that we launched today. And everything I just mentioned is available on developer.ebay.com right now. I want you to put the tech through its paces. I want you to integrate them and try them, and then I want you to give us feedback. I want you to tell us where we're doing great and where we can improve. And then I really want you to influence us, because this program is about, I think of it as a developer-in program. It's not an eBay out program. When we're meeting your needs, then together we are creating more opportunities for entrepreneurs, and we're going to usher in this age of distributed commerce. I am very excited to be doing this with you. Thank you for your partnership. I really couldn't do it without you. And now I'm very interested in hearing your questions about the announcements today or about topics that we didn't get to from Hal.